That was super fun playing South of Midnight, was it not, Emily?
Yeah, it was so immersive, and the gators and the haints and all the things.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. And I loved the way that we got to like just geek out about all the little stuff that was going on in the game. So, if anybody's watching this and hasn't picked up a copy of South of Midnight, I don't know what you're doing. If you're a folklorist or ethnomusicologist, like I don't know what you're doing if you're not playing this game. Let this be your first video game, honestly.
For real.
Yes. That Minecraft.
Yeah, it's in Minecraft actually. Okay. Cool. Well, Emily, we are ready to wind down and interview you. Maybe wind down and wind back up into another thing, which is an interview. But first, before we jump into questions, I believe Dom has something to say to the people who may be listening from home.
Hi, everyone. Hey, everybody. We've got Emily Allen here from Take on the South. But Daisy does not take on the questions single-handedly. How was that this time? Because they have a whole team of Folkwise interview sleuths who help them research and write the questions every week. So, Emily, chat, people on YouTube who are watching this, if you see a question you like, don't thank us, thank the sleuths.
The sleuthing team. We love the sleuths. If you have those emotes, you can drop them in the chat too. I'm gonna drop some because I just love the sleuths appearing on screen in the YouTube video. Great. With that out of the way, Emily, are you ready for your first question?
Yeah,
cool.
Bring it.
Also, would you ready? Would you be?
I don't know what I was saying there. Cut.
Words.
Worms, maybe. Emily, are you ready for your first question?
Yes.
Okay. Where do you see a connection between podcasting and public musicology?
Oh. So, to me, one of the natural connections is just simply sound. Like, both mediums rely on the use of sound, whether it's through music or communicating like we are now on this podcast. So I think it's just a natural connection that we already think critically as musicologists about sound and music. And so I think being able to immerse those sounds that we study into an outward-facing medium like podcasting just is a natural fit. And so it's just been like really fun to play with that line, or maybe there's not as much of a line as we think in that regard.
Yeah. How have you? Yeah, go ahead, Dom. Yeah.
Oh, can I add a thing? Can I add a thing?
Yeah.
Emily, and I think a lot of people who may be watching this know a fair deal about public folklore and what a public folklorist would get into, but maybe even in your experience, what does a public musicologist get into?
Yeah, that's something our field is still trying to figure out what it is. We're actually stealing a lot, I think, from other disciplines like y'all's. So yeah, y'all are the OGs. Y'all are the like legit ones. No, but I think public musicology is any sort of like engagement with like contextualizing music and sound through cultural context or historical context in meaningful ways that will actually be meaningful to people who may not know what musicology is or are outside of the field of musicology. So I think a lot of people do podcasts, for instance. A lot of people do program notes for concerts as the traditional way. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to continue playing with what the, if you will, products or outcomes of what that looks like are. But yeah, I think it's just the people use the word translation a lot, which is, I think, loaded in some ways. But I think it's a partnership rather between traditional musicologists and the greater public to make music exciting and meaningful in rich ways.
Nice.
Good answer.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Very cool. I have another question for you. How can musicology provide unique perspectives on aging and legacy?
How can musicology play perspectives on aging and legacy? Oh, that's a good question. There's
Thanks,
so
Sleuth.
Yeah.
yes, sleuths, good sleuths, very sleuthing. That's a good question. I mean, I think
We're not looking for like a right answer or anything, but just like exploring in your own work or in things that you've come across, like how these two kind of
yeah,
areas blend together for you. Musicology has something to say about aging and legacy and tradition and longevity, and you seem, yeah, tell us what you think.
I mean, a lot of people look at, for instance, like the actual age of the practitioners themselves, right? Like what that means to be an aging musician or whether your tradition itself is aging. So, yeah, there's that kind of sense of like time in a traditional sense. Um, I think another area that musicology can continue to unpack that is also with age stereotypes. So in
Yeah.
certain kinds of traditional musical forms, there's a lot of tropes about age, especially in things like opera or
Sure.
any kind of like character types that rely on ageist tropes. So I think that's something I've seen some colleagues, Michael Kinney and Joseph Strauss, are starting to do that in the realm of opera. But I think there's other traditions where we could unpack that more. Um, it's kind of connected to disability studies in that regard as well, in terms of, some ableist notions embedded with that. So I think, again, through people like Joseph Strauss, but our field, I think, can also further connect ageism and ableism more, I think, in that regard. So I think both in a
Yeah.
real-time practitioner way, through the concept of time in terms of genre, musicians aging, but also how we imagine age and time in like cultural phenomena as well. So those are kind of the three things I've seen so far in the field, in that regard, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely, that makes sense. You made me think about the stereotype of like a folk musician being an old person for some reason,
Yes,
like, which is so not the case, or that it's part of how the kind of genre is put into a past temporal like plane, even though it's right here, right now,
exactly.
and everybody can play it. So that makes perfect sense to me.
Or in my experience, it's just when people have the most free time.
Say that
Yeah,
again. Most free time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like you hear when you are retired, you have the you do the stuff you want to do, including the fiddle
Or even that
or
like
whatever.
pop music is a young person genre.
Oh,
yes,
That oh, I mean,
well,
well, I'm putting the stereotype out there of like you're listening
yeah.
to pop music at a club where there's lots of dancing, and then that ties into ableism and like who is able to
Mhm.
participate in the cultural
Exactly.
practices around this genre of music that is tied to age and ability that comes with
Because
age.
I will
Yeah.
tell you, I was at a square dance last Friday. And it was pretty 50-50.
Yeah, well,
That's
square
awesome.
dance maybe. Well, and then square dance is a really good example of like an almost inherently multi-generational dance. Like I always
True.
feel like everybody
Yes,
does square dance, and it's like implied that grandparents have the grandkids, and everyone in between is kind of like doing
Yeah.
square dance. So yeah, that is really interesting. And I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, you're making me think, blowing my mind open about all the ways that age is like an assumption when we talk about musicology or different genres of music, as opposed to what you're bringing to light and some of your colleagues are bringing to light in your work, which is that this is a real like metric of how we understand cultural music or public music, whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. And I like
So
that
cool.
you brought up
Yeah. multi-generationalism is the word I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's a hard word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's cool.
anyway, that word, because I think that also, yeah, is another thread to look at too, is how things are passed down, and like you were talking about with square dance, like where are those connections across generation? Because I'm always obsessed with generational stereotypes. That's what got me into this, is like everyone hates millennials.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah,
always
what's
hear,
the
okay,
deal?
boomer. And
Yeah.
I haven't found a way to connect that quite yet to music, but that's kind of what got me, like, one of the things that got me interested in age is like a social construction, is like
That's
just
so
these
interesting.
generational tropes that we,
If when I think of like millennial music and age, two bands come to my mind for me personally, and one is MGMT and the
Yes.
other one is Arcade Fire.
Yes.
And I don't know. Okay, it's like my aunts. I don't. But for boomers, I don't really know. Like,
you two are on the same wave. I'm over here. I feel like a dog. I'm just like looking up at the
You're
table.
like,
Being like, you gonna give me a scrap of this wisdom or what?
there's some. Well, but there was like a moment where like the millennial hipster concept was solidified in like circa 2014, 2008 to like 2015 or something. That particular era of music, like said something about the generation that it hasn't as much. Or it hasn't that I don't know. It has a different staying nostalgia. Now it's in nostalgia package, so it's not like it got like demoted by virtue of it not being what's popular anymore or whatever. And
right,
I don't know. There's something about that.
I feel so much better because the first band that came to my mind was neither of those, but I think it still works.
What is it?
Oh, it was gonna be Vampire Weekend.
Oh yeah, okay,
that's a good one too.
That's a good
Especially
one.
because the
That's
video
yeah.
the album where they no longer sound like. Called Father of the Bride, and I'm always like, okay, you're married, you're not young kids in the scene anymore.
Yes, that's definitely a millennial coded like indie pop band.
Oh
yeah, that's just so interesting. I'm trying to think of for boomers though. I'm like, I don't know, all I think of when I hear like boomer music is like 60s 70s jams, like the Beatles or something, but I don't think of the Beatles as like boomer music. Yeah, I don't think of that as
because Keith Richards has amazing health care and he can tour.
Yeah, like you know, like I don't think of those bands as like boomer bands, though, but I do kind of put them in a time zone. But I don't think of them as like the same kind of generational weight to them. I don't. Anyway,
put them in a time zone too. Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah. Anyway, fascinating. That's so interesting.
When I'm co-hosting, I become the chaos monster, Daisy. You know this.
As you should.
As you should. That's
usually their job.
Yeah,
it's usually their job to be the disembodied voice that I don't know. I become the Cat in the Hat when I'm the disembodied voice.
You become the Cat in the Hat, and I become Dr. Dreambrain, and it just kind of yeah. Love it. I have a somewhat but related but different question for you, Emily. This is a little bit more specifically about the work that you personally have done. How can music allow us to bear witness to historical moments through performance, as seen with your work with Holocaust Survivor Band?
Yeah, I think music, from what I've seen that band do, but also other types of bands as well, even maybe like some of the Mardi Gras stuff that I've seen too, bears witness to New Orleans and Mardi Gras history. I think by taking like older genres, and we were talking about age, you know, I think looking at, by preserving some of these older types of music and performing that, I think that in itself, without any commentary, is a way of bearing witness, because you're hearing this type of music still happening in this very real time, like vibrant space. It's not quote unquote dead music or lost music, if you will. So I think the music in itself is a way of bearing witness, but I think you can also use to partner between musical performance and like oral history. Like if there's certain commentary the musicians make on stage, that can be a good partnership between the music being its own sort of, if you will, oral history with traditional oral history. I think you can use musical performance as a way to partner with maybe certain types of exhibits as well, to understand the past. So I've seen them go to Holocaust museums, for instance, and actual former concentration camp sites and perform. So it's also sort of a way of reclaiming space in that regard too, I think. And again, sort of bearing witness and stimulating and historical memory, I guess, in that regard too. So I think the music itself is a form of memory, but I think you can more explicitly tease that out as well through commentary, where you perform, who's in the audience, right? Like they go to school sometimes as well to perform. So there's also kind of an educational component to it by playing for students. So I think beyond just the musical element, you can use the context in which they're performing, I think, to also bring those things to light.
Yeah.
So
You made me think about how, I mean, just the thread of how music takes up space also, and how that space can be shaped by the performance, or like where, you know, like in service of bearing witness or of a kind of historical moment. Because
Music taking up space is an apt metaphor for someone who studies brass.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, music, I mean, it really, I don't know if people think of it as a spatial thing consciously all the time. I mean, musicologists maybe do probably think about
yes.
musicologists
every day.
But
we're talking about musicking, we're talking about spaces.
Yeah, we're talking about spaces, we're talking about
bodies in them,
Ludo, all these things.
Geez.
play Ludo, but there is something really compelling about, I mean, just noise in general, and the way that noise shapes behavior, story, tradition, and stuff, and that you can kind of narrow it into the sort of musical performance that is like this multi-layered recontextualization of a place, which is so cool. And thank you for inspiring that thread. I guess. Speaking of the music taking up space, we do have a brass question for you.
Oh boy.
What is brass branding, and how does it reflect the aesthetic tradition of Mardi Gras?
So, brass branding was not just a pun. It is a pun on the way brass band aesthetics are used in branding in Mardi Gras.
Okay.
So, but it was a way to capture the larger brass heritage across the Gulf Coast. Like, a lot of the repertoire, as we were talking about during the video game, like comes from like New Orleans, the traditional jazz stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But there's other parts along the region, like in Alabama, Mississippi also has a scene. I think that even though a lot of them use the traditional New Orleans jazz style, they find ways to, while acknowledging that more famous heritage, maybe tailor it as well to their own local scene, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's where the branding comes into play. Going back to our idea of music taking up space and place, there's a placemaking process within that, right? So acknowledging that it's part of the larger brass and jazz heritage, but each band that plays it is always going to do it a little differently, right? They may have certain patterns with the way they do it. Where they play it makes a difference. In what fashion they're marching, let's say, is going to differ very much between a New Orleans parade route and a Mobile one, because there's different rules about the way they can play in both cities.
Right.
So that kind of actually connects to what we we're just talking about. Like, I think is the branding is the way these brass bands use that heritage, that tradition, that aesthetic, and use it as a way to mark their own space and place in either the local scene, or in the case of what I've looked at in Mobile, Alabama, the way they try to make themselves also seem like a music city, if you will, even though it's not necessarily thought of in the same, like, let's say, level of fame as New Orleans. So it's just kind of the way they use brass music to claim their space and place and like distinguish themselves locally, but also maybe in the larger Gulf Coast region in different ways.
That's awesome. I mean, there's so many different ways, but playing the music, marching, is there like a color thing, or like, and then, you know, like, could you give me an example of what that might look like in Mobile, for example?
Yeah, you're talking about maybe like the stuff they wear, like the
like
color.
Yeah, what's like an example of a Mobile branded brass brand performance during the season or off season or something?
Absolutely.
That's hard to say.
Yeah,
Mobile branded, bass band branded.
Oh my god! In my dissertation, I had to go through every single iteration of band and brand and make sure that I didn't accidentally use one word instead of the other.
Oh,
Emily,
I
you
can...
built that. You built that brick by brick. I don't know
Yeah.
what to tell you. That's a hell of your own creation.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It really is. It really is.
Wild.
No regrets, though. No regrets.
Yeah.
So I feel like in the context of Mobile, and this is the same in other brass scenes too, but usually it's each band has like some sort of uniform. Like there's obviously like some sort of outfit that they all have just so they match, so that screams, if you will, their brand.
Sure.
So you have some of the older bands in Mobile that have more of the military band kind of uniform, if you will, that goes back to the band's origins in the U.S. military. But then you have, like, for instance, in the context of Mobile, you have a lot of the newer bands that do a lot more athleisure type of uniforms just to seem like maybe more relatable, if you will.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then you also have some people in some of the mid-generation bands who are graduates of marching band programs throughout the South, and they often will try to pay or like give a nod back to that. So you see a lot of like HBCU marching band inspired uniforms as well.
Gotcha.
So I think that also is present in New Orleans, but I think in the context of Mobile, it's not necessarily a whole city brand, but it's just down to the individual brand. They all have some sort of coherent outfit, if you will, that they all wear. But what they're trying to communicate as part of their brand, if you will, is probably more about what their roots are, what their clientele is, and like what they're just trying to convey about their, if you will, age, even. Going back to that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Thank you for that. Those are kind of our bigger questions for you, but we do have some very important funsy questions that we learned based on stuff that we learned about you throughout our sort of researching process, the sleuthing process, if you will. And the first one.
And I should say I have a bonus one that was given to me today, but
okay, we got a bonus one too.
I'll ask that here if I may.
Perfect. We got a bonus one too, but the first one, extremely important. It's probably the question you've been waiting for this entire time. Worm grunting. What is it about? What's up with worm grunting?
How's Gary?
Yes. So, what is worm grunting? This is a great question. It's something that was a trade and is still a trade for some people, but in many ways is also a performance.
Sure.
Yeah.
In the context of a festival that happens about worm grunting in Sopchoppy, Florida.
Woo!
But the actual practice, whether it's a performance or a trade, involves taking basically, to me, what looks like two rods. One is made of wood and one is made of metal. Mm-hmm. And you rub one rod against the other when one rod is in the ground where the dirt is. And by basically rubbing the rods together, it creates vibrations across the ground. Mm-hmm. And earthworms come out.
It's so cool.
Yes.
Calling the earthworms.
Yes.
Do you have?
It's kind of like Dune, but the proportions are all wrong.
That's exactly what I compare it to. I'm like, that is mainstream worm grunting right there.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Usul has called a big one.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was when you attended the Sopchoppy Worm Grunting Festival? What was the most?
Hey, Daisy, let me interrupt you. Did you just say grunting?
Sorry, I meant grunting.
There's one G.
Sorry, there's one G
in that
grunting.
word.
Sorry, good point. The Worm Grunting Festival in Sopchoppy, Florida.
Yes.
Do you have a most memorable singular moment from the festival?
My favorite moment was they have at one point, they have like the formal demonstration by more well-established practitioners, and then they have a competition with kids right after about which kid gets the most worms. in grunting. And so my favorite moment was when the kids were like going to town with grunting.
Yeah.
The host just started performing country rap as like the soundtrack behind it.
To the grunting?
And
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The grunting
And so it was this
sounds.
perfect duet between like you hear the sound of the grunting with country rap, and it's a repertoire either about worm grunting itself or about Sop Choppy.
That's amazing.
So it's literally going back to our idea of placemaking.
Yeah.
Like I need to analyze that footage more, but I
Yeah.
just when I was looking
Oh
at this
my
moment,
God.
I was like, this is exactly what I was this is everything.
This is
So
everything.
that was
Place
just
is becoming a space. Or
Yeah.
backwards. This space is a place.
Wow. That's
Mhm.
very good. Didn't happen.
What
So-
was your least favorite book you read in book club?
Oh, least favorite book that I've read in book club.
Do you have a favorite?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I was in one book club and now I'm in another. There was a vampire book series that we read that was not Twilight, but it was one that was around the same time as Twilight.
So funny. The
That I was the
Twilight
only one in our
nemesis.
book club that read the whole series. I'll have to look it up,
Oh my
but
gosh.
it was so bad, but I couldn't stop reading because it was so bad. And then it wasn't even just like a few, it was like 15 books and I read all of them.
That's
so
quite a
that,
few.
yes, so that was both my least favorite, but in a really messed up way, also favorite. My
Oh my
gosh,
we
what
have
was
to
it?
find this. The vampire lovers will need to know.
I'm looking up now. It was written by a mother and daughter. Oh, the House of Night series.
The House
That's
of
what
Night.
it was.
Oh, the House of Night.
Oh my god.
Yes.
This is a dust jacket I've totally seen.
Yes, sorry. Yes, the House of Night series was both like least favorite, but also, I mean, either way, it was memorable. I'll just put
Yeah,
it that way.
That's
Like,
great.
it did not age
Amazing.
well at all, but I guess neither did Twilight. So,
Fair enough.
And this
yeah.
is the last, not the last time you used Discord, but that brought you to Discord from what I've heard.
yes, correct. Correct.
Very good.
Yeah, it started off as a summer book club and we tried to have a theme. And so one summer we did vampires. And so
Amazing.
we did some other vampire book too, but yeah, I was the only one that actually finished that series.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have another question for you.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable parade you've ever marched in?
Oh,
From
that's a good
like high
question.
school and college level marching, or it could be not that, but that's where we were thinking. Bet you were in
Good
some
one.
pretty interesting ones.
Yeah. I remember, was it in college? There was one parade, I can't remember which Mardi Gras organization it was, but it was a very long parade. And I just remember there was a lot of horse poop that we had to not step in.
Oh my god.
And like we just for some reason that parade only played like the same 2 or 3 pieces over and over, so I was so
Oh
annoyed
no.
by not playing anything different. You know, the people in the audience don't care because they only hear you for like 2
a
seconds.
second,
but
yeah. Yeah.
but you, like, who was in the band, for some reason we were only playing like the same. I don't know what was going on with us that night. I don't know. Anyway,
Very
and so it
memorable.
was just between the really. It may not have actually been that long, but just simply by playing the same stuff over and over again, it just felt like torture.
Oh no.
And that's the most memorable?
Maybe because the rest of them just kind of felt like,
Regular.
I don't know. Yeah,
Like
but
you
that one was just like the longest for some reason between the repertoire
Oh my
and
gosh.
just like the time and just the sheer increase of like poop. So,
Amazing. And the most memorable
So-
one was like the worst one. I love it.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you can have negative
Yeah.
memories of
I
things.
love it.
yeah, I mean, what I've discovered is I enjoy parades more as an onlooker than as a marcher. So
Fair. My friend will be performing this weekend with the Gay Men's Choir in a pride parade for the first time, and
Awesome.
I'm looking forward to watching, and I cannot wait to hear how it went after. So you've given me sort of, I could expect,
Yes.
maybe I should brace myself for them to be like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not in marching anymore, or whatever. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your favorite Millville-specific Mardi Gras tradition?
Specific. The Mobile Leprechaun.
What is that? What is
okay,
that?
it's not Mardi Gras specific, but
No,
it
you know
was
what it is, Daisy.
it was a 2005 news report.
I used to have a T-shirt of this guy.
What?
Yes.
So wait, I don't
Yeah.
know this at all. What
Yo,
is
wait,
this?
wait. Is this a live react?
Do I need to see a video of this?
Maybe.
think you
but
do.
Emily, continue.
Okay, continue. I'll
Yeah.
try to pull something up here.
But it was this news report that went national, but they used that image of the leprechaun all over Mardi Gras. So I caught
Oh.
a plush version of the Mardi Gras once in a parade.
Wait, you mean this? Wait. Maybe.
Yeah, you're correct. You're seeing it. You know what it is.
Yes.
Wait, okay, hold on. I think I do need to. I'll work on a scene. Keep telling the story.
This is and for the folks at home, this is pre-YouTube, right?
It's
Yeah,
a news.
I think so.
It's a news
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
It's like it was like I think I saw it on an E-bomb.
What is this? Okay.
Oh, Daisy, you this happening to you. Oh, my sweet little Zoomer, you're about to see the elders.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, this is like.
Yes.
I'm obsessed with this.
So is it like every year now?
Well, they don't do like, from what I know of, the actual like search every year, but they like use that image every year.
Yeah.
Wait,
Both
you're-
in Mardi Gras and on St. Patrick's. Yeah.
You're
They'll
telling
like
me it's this guy. It's
Yeah.
this little
That's
drawing.
it's exactly what
Yes.
he looks like.
yes.
Artist depiction.
Kind of losing my mind. Okay, hold on. Okay, people, this is what I'm
This-
looking
this-
at.
this
Chat.
this was parodied on South Park even.
Yep.
Chat, this is what we're looking at. Chat can
Okay.
see it. I know.
Daisy, you've not seen the video?
I don't think I've seen the video, but I think I've seen this
Oh, you're gonna
guy
need to-
before, but I didn't understand like that this was a whole. That this is
Yes.
awesome.
Daisy, I think you're gonna have.
Are you talking about this shirt? Who all
I
seen
had
the
that guy on the
leprechaun
shirt.
say yeah? Who
I
all
had,
seen
Yeah.
the
No, I
leprechaun
just
say yeah?
had him on the shirt and it just said amateur sketch above.
Amateur sketch.
had
Where
that
the
on
goal?
it.
Where
Yeah.
the gold at?
Yeah, where the gold at?
Amateur sketch. It was lined. You said you have a plushie of him?
I did, but I had to get rid of it.
Ah.
This is very.
Wait, is it
good.
that? Is it that?
This
7-inch?
Se-
No.
Yeah, 7 inch.
I think the plushie. Yeah, is that the plushie?
7 inch.
It's not exactly that, but it was similar, yeah,
Very
to
similar.
Got it.
That's very good.
But that is a Mardi Gras thing.
This is so awesome.
Yeah. Because they
It's
throw
on-
those sometimes in the parades. So
Oh.
That's so cute. And then this. Wow.
There he
I
is.
love this.
yes.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to explain, Daisy. It's
I did need to see an image of this to understand. Like,
no, you truly gotta watch the
I
video.
gotta watch this video.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
I'll watch this
iconic.
video. So
You gotta watch
that's
this video.
so funny.
You
Wow.
share dust or
Do you want me to watch it right now? Okay, give me 1 second. I'll share it.
I
to
think you gotta watch it right now.
Okay, okay.
I need
We can't
Do you agree?
tease the viewers.
Yeah,
you
and
can't-
not
yeah,
say it.
we need context.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it started as a Mardi Gras thing, but it's become
Oh,
a Mardi Gras
oh
thing.
my lord. Okay. Okay.
It is. Just thinking about it,
my God.
that is something I know about Mobile. I didn't even
Yes.
realize it, but this is so many
Yes.
hours. So many hours of my teenage years were just like vocal stimming this with my brothers.
Okay, this is gonna look weird for a second, but I did shared screen to y'all, so it should be
We're
good.
good.
And I'm just gonna put it on our screen over here.
Oh yeah.
YouTube, don't copyright this in the video, please.
Well, just in time for St. Patrick's Day, crowds are coming by the dozens to get an up-close view at what some say is a piece of Irish folklore.
Some people in the Crichton area of Mobile say a leprechaun is taking up residence in their neighborhood. A leprechaun.
This lady
NBC
is
15's
like...
Brian Johnson has more.
Curiosity leads to large crowds in Mobile's Crichton
real?
community.
How did this
Many
happen?
of you bringing binoculars, camcorders, even camera phones to take pictures.
Oh,
To
look
me,
at
it look like a leprechaun to me. All I gotta do is look up in the tree. Who else seen the leprechaun say yeah?
Eyewitnesses say the leprechaun only comes out at night. If you shine a light in its direction, it suddenly disappears. This amateur sketch resembles what many of you say the leprechaun looks like. Others find it hard to believe and have come up with their own theories and explanations for the image.
My theory is it's casting a shadow from the other limb.
I should teach us in like a legend class.
They got hold to the wrong stuff. And it told me to get up in a tree and play a leprechaun.
What?
I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, still on there, guy. Don't be afraid.
Oh, this is my guy. I love this
Don't
guy.
be afraid, man.
Don't be afraid.
This guy helping to direct traffic says he's prepared for his encounter with the leprechaun.
Is he wearing a
He's suited up
bulletproof vest?
from head to toe.
This wars off spells right here. This is a special leprechaun flute, which has been passed down from thousands of years ago from my great-great-grandfather who was Irish.
Yes.
And I just came to help out.
Others
I love
just came
that.
to get lucky in hopes a pot of gold may be buried under this tree.
This tree.
I'm gonna run a backhoe and uproot that tree. I want to know where to go. I want to go. Give me the go. I want to go.
This is Brian Johnson,
Wow.
NBC 15
You know-
News.
People
Wow.
will do anything for a pot of
I'm only
gold.
listening to this
anything.
again.
You know what I like? I like the amateur sketch of the leprechaun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. Okay, what? Yeah.
I realized this is a groundbreaking video because the first like meme video I heard turned into like remixed into like
Stuff. Yeah.
like a viral because hearing that all of a sudden I'm going I just want to know where gold at I just want to know I'm like forgot there was a
Yeah.
song involved which you probably hear all the time.
That's
I have
so
heard
good.
it many times.
There's a couple videos from this era that made it to that level of like virality slash.
What
internet-
era do you
internet
think this
folklore.
is, Daisy? Because I think it's older than you think.
I was gonna say like 15 years ago. What is this from? Like 2008?
Older.
Older?
Yeah.
24,
I think it's like 2004.
04 sounds right.
Yeah.
Does it say?
No, this is
Oh,
just-
this is the video. Let's see if it
That's just
Yeah.
the YouTube. No, it's pre-YouTube.
pre-YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
it
I'll
has
look
to
it
be
up.
pre-YouTube. That's
It-
so funny.
I mean, they had the flip phone, so it has to be
Yeah,
like.
I
Yeah,
did
even
love.
camera
I did love the
phones,
Yeah, and with their camera phones, I did love that. That was very good. This it's like this, like the guy, like
2006.
2006. Oh, so I wasn't like totally off. I was like,
Yeah, it's a yeah.
That's so funny.
But it's more. But it's of like the Chocolate Rain era. Of
Yeah, I was gonna say
internet
Chocolate
meme.
Rain.
Yeah.
It's like the guy who like killed the hitchhiker guy who killed the truck guy with a hatchet. And,
I
like,
think
he
it's
got
before Kai.
famous. Kai,
Yeah.
Kai, the like hitchhiker.
Oh my god.
And then like I don't know, the like surfer guy who was like, so the wave was like whoopah! And then it went back and the like, California guy. No, okay, maybe I was just
No, I know him.
okay. I feel like it's like that era. Okay, anyway, this is amazing.
I love it. Yeah. Sorry for the tangent.
No,
No,
it's, no,
not one you gotta
excellent.
apologize
Not-
for.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I lost, or I don't know where that T-shirt is. I lost it. It's destroyed.
Sad.
You know, it maybe
Yeah.
every time you shine a light on that T-shirt, it hides in the tree.
yeah, for real.
But oh man, I wish I
Oh.
was wearing that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Should be.
And
I just want to know where the gold is.
I just,
Yes, but actually.
But actually,
I'm cracking up. That was amazing. Well, what was now? I feel like I really know what this. Now I know what image is about to be on this little activity that we're about to do.
yeah, I was gonna say we've got the celebrity
I think
info.
we have some
We
info.
know the celebrity.
So Emily, that was the end of our formal questions for you.
Amazing.
But
As it should be.
And we have one final thing to ask you to help us craft here. Do you know what a starter pack meme is? Do you know the form of a starter pack? Okay. Basically, a starter pack it's a kind of meme that sort of gives you all of the tools to begin participation in a subgroup or an activity or a fashion culture or something like that. You've probably seen images with like drinks and an outfit and like an album, something like that. So if you haven't, if you're still watching stream, I have curated here a starter pack meme for us to make together, but just to give you some examples ahead of time of things we've done in the past. I don't know what a couple weeks ago, with a folklorist Lisa Gilman, we did a folklore fieldwork starter pack, but we've also done like Southwest Folklife starter pack.
Oh my God.
That was really fun. We've done Transylvanian Saxon Club starter pack. So these are all some that's different. So some inspiration for you. And basically give me some images. We have some prompts on the screen. I can
think of one thing already.
I can think of the first thing that is necessary for
we have to have
here.
the amateur sketch.
We need the amateur sketch. So give me one second.
Is this the Mobile Mardi Gras starter pack?
It might need to be Mobile Mardi Gras starter pack instead of just Mardi Gras. So let me go ahead and change that up here. We can change the font. We can change the maybe I'll put like Mobile, Alabama. How about that?
Oh, come on. It's not Spain, you know?
Okay, fine. Is that what you're saying?
People know where Mobile is.
Okay. Well, when they see the image, they will. Okay.
Love it.
Now, should we do like the original, like the yellow paper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Here we go.
I was gonna say, where's yellow?
Here we go. Okay, I got this.
Man.
I could make the background.
I love him.
Yeah, he's very good.
Love it.
I can make that.
That is the central point here.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay, very important. But what else might we want to include? I can search on here. I can search like
apart from our beautiful sun.
Yeah, I can search like, Mardi Gras colors. Or
yeah,
if
they
you
use
have
purple.
specific like
They use purple and gold.
Yeah.
Purple and gold, not green?
Yeah, they reject green.
Oh, okay. So let me see if I can do like I'll search like a purple gold.
I feel like some sort of like royalty thing should be like I feel like those are like regal colors.
Yeah.
So like something purple and gold should come up.
I can also make there's this, but it has green. I don't know about that.
Rejected.
Okay.
Rejected.
I'll put purple. I mean, there's like this. That's not really.
Ooh.
Is this?
I like that.
You
That's
like it?
pretty vibes.
Okay, so there's also like this. No, we want to go back. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this.
Yeah.
Shiny and sparkly, like we said earlier.
That's right.
Shiny and sparkly.
Shiny and sparkly. So actually, speaking of that, I can put more sparkles on this too. Also, there's like sparkle. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? I can sparkle this thing like you won't even believe. Like we can make this for real. Like
oh my
super,
god.
Wow.
Like
so
it can do like triple sparkle. I can add plenty. We can do like some of these around our little guy.
The magical leprechaun.
Yeah. We can keep playing with that. Okay. What else are we thinking? Let me make this.
For quote, probably Boom Boom. That's the local nickname for it.
Well,
Boom
okay then. That's great.
You go down to the Boom Boom.
Oh, to the boom boom.
Like, should we say like go? Should it just say Boom Boom, or should we say like going to the Boom Boom?
Oh yeah, go into the Boom Boom. That would be better.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
They've learned. Dropping that terminal.
Yeah, I need to get rid of that. There's only one G here.
Yes. So proud.
I can
There we
also,
go.
I'll just make like all of this like white for now, but we can obviously mess around with colors and stuff.
It may be gold.
Yeah, maybe gold, maybe white, maybe a cooler font certainly than this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Put this above our.
What about for Emily? While they're doing this, what about
Yeah.
for food?
Sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Oh, sorry. What about for food while they're doing?
Yeah.
Everyone always says the most distinctive Mardi Gras food in the area is moon pies.
Ooh, I wonder if like
Yeah,
the
will
moon
Adobe
pie
know
I'm
that?
thinking of, like the moon, like this.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're soft and easy to throw without hurting people too badly.
Oh, functional.
Oh, okay. There's a couple different ones we can. I mean, I could put several, and I'll remove the backgrounds. Make it look nice.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
looks yummy. That row of 3.
Right.
Looks pretty good. Okay.
Giant moon pies.
Giant moon pies. This is very good.
My only complaint is I can no longer see.
Right? We're
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
celebrity.
Hold on.
And he is retreated. Oh, there he is. There he is. I told.
Put something like this. Put this up front. We'll put this somewhere fun. Maybe down here. Yeah, what else? I mean, we have like prompts like book cover, but I mean, I don't know. But is that even relevant? Is there something that would replace something like that?
Or an album.
Yeah, or like an album.
You know, I'm trying to think about like a local album cover.
Yeah, I can like look up a band or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably pull up one of the brass bands. The oldest one is the Excelsior band.
Oh,
I don't know if they really
yeah.
have, I don't know if they really have a logo though, but you could probably find something.
Get the picture from your article.
Yeah, do you have, I mean,
You got a
they
picture
have
there?
some really cute pictures. I don't know if this may be a copyright one, but what about, there's a picture from National Endowment for the Arts. Is that one that would they care?
Yeah.
If I steal an image?
Oh yeah.
Like this.
Oh, that's a cool picture.
Oh, that's a good one. And
That's a cool picture.
where is this building?
It's an old fire station downtown where the band originated back in the 19th
cool.
century. So that's actually a really cool photo.
I can put it in front of or behind our leprechaun, but I don't want to cover up the band. I can do something like this.
Oh yeah. Two
No,
celebrities.
I think if you put it behind the leprechaun,
You think
like
it'd be
only
better
above the fire,
like
you
that?
know?
Yeah, I was thinking like,
move the boy back front and center.
yeah, okay. We need this guy. Like,
Yes.
right. This guy like right here. Maybe I can put him like right in the
let's
middle
see,
also. Is that too?
Oh no, I don't know. Then
No,
it's
that's
kind
too
of
much.
hard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We need the band. We do need a band.
We do need a band.
And
Yes.
this doesn't need to. Something like this. Okay. I can change the gold too. We can make that its own thing. Okay, cool. We could put
Landscape, landmark. Yeah.
yeah, like
we
any
got
kinds
that.
of like
Is there any
landmark
other
or like a
places?
street. Like we can get real silly with this. Like I could put like a road, like a main street somewhere or whatever.
Yeah, there's Dauphin Street in downtown Mobile. That's like the big entertainment street where a lot of stuff happens.
How do you
Or
spell
if you just
that?
find a Dauphin.
Gotcha. Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, well I found some very cute pictures of this.
It kind of looks like New Orleans in that part of town. So
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
It's all like them.
How about, I mean, there's like, it's kind of a small one. Put it back.
Oh wow,
oh yeah, that's a good shot.
Let me
that's
see.
a good one. Looks beautiful.
See if I can find like one over here.
Love
There
Adobe
might not-
Express.
Yes. Thank you, Adobe Express. Oh, okay, maybe I'll use this. Oh, whoops, sorry. Okay, not that one.
What?
That was
I'm
weird.
haunted. I'm haunted a little.
That was weird.
I think,
There's
I think
also
when you go on
this.
Google or whatever is
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know if that's the. I think that there's a Dolphin Street in New Orleans
There's
too, and
also
that looks like
this.
oh yeah.
Oh, maybe
that one might
this
be
would
better,
be.
Is that New Orleans or is that Mobile?
if I'm being honest.
It might
It
be.
looks like Mobile,
What's this?
but
That's not.
I think that's New Orleans. I can tell.
Yeah. Well,
I
this
think
could
that
be...
might be Mobile.
Oh,
That
hell
looks
yeah.
like the Mobile trees, and that looks like the Mobile type signs they have down there.
Because what I could do
Good,
is
good.
this. You know, I could do a sort of. I mean, this could be like.
That's where he's at.
This could be behind our guy or something. I don't know. Or I could get rid of that. We might not need this one. See it coming together.
Great.
Or I could put him.
I think this.
I
I
could
love
also.
that.
Well, wait. What if we? Yeah. Wait. Hold on. What if we? Let's. Let me move some of this stuff here. Okay.
Oh my god.
Again, these are just our inspo. We can kind of.
Yes.
I can move these guys down here. This is so funny.
This is glorious.
This is incredible.
Why don't we put this up here? There we go. Our
I don't know if
golden.
you need. You might not need both.
Wait, no. It's very nice though.
The triple is the real
The
stuff.
triple's the good one.
Correct.
Yeah, the triple is
Yeah.
the.
Yes.
We can also like. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. What are you supposed to wear?
Most people wear like some sort of purple, gold, and green, usually like outfits. I've also seen someone wearing a gorilla suit. Just sure, why not?
Okay.
Basically, it's like Halloween, but you can just wear whatever you want.
Let me see if this
Often-
gives us.
Yeah, stuff like that they wear a lot because people wear the green all the time just because that's
It's part of it. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
is this anything?
I have a crazy idea.
Yeah. Go. Tell me.
Can he wear it?
Yes.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a second. It needs to think.
Yes.
Oh, we're so back.
This is amazing.
Oh, we're so fucking back.
Like this.
Well done.
He's gotta, yeah,
Well done.
tilt it just a little.
Like. I agree.
Yeah.
Can do it like
That is on point.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Let me pull this down a little bit more. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
it's all,
good.
It's all coming together. This is very good.
We got room for like one more thing.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Uh,
add like more gold, or I can add like
Like
you know,
what's
There's one
behind the moon pie?
person-
drink.
There's one person that everyone would be mad that's not on here.
Oh, tell us.
Joe Kane
Okay.
is the like supposed father of Mardi Gras in Mobile. So
Oh, perfect.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. You mean this person?
Yes.
Oh hell yeah.
I love that. Yeah, this is very important stuff. Hold on. No.
Because I was like, that would be the one other thing that if anyone from the area saw this, they'd be like, you don't have Joe Kane in there.
Yeah, they're like, excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
I can put. We can make. Let me see. Let me see about this. Let's put Joe.
There's a lot of local brews for drinks too, but I'm trying to think about some of the local breweries.
I can also put like. Let me see. Joe can cover up that part of the sign. Joe's very important. Or I can just also. Let me just get rid of that part of the sign really quick. Let me just get rid of that real quick. Okay. Here we go.
Brilliant.
And then put this here. These obviously gotta go very front.
Yeah.
This probably goes up front. Drink, we get. Oh yeah, we have celebrity inspos behind there. Okay, so we've got this. We've got some moon pies. I feel like there's a way I could order this that brings it all together. I'm just trying to figure it out.
The sign.
I feel like there's a way. Yeah, the sign is very important. I do like this little hat.
It's everything with the leprechaun.
Yeah, I mean, I could put these.
I think you just maybe make those a little small. Got it.
You think something like this?
What do you think?
Yeah.
And then.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, just asking what you think.
Yeah, what do you? I can make him bigger.
This is glorious. I think you've captured like the core components of these traditions.
Okay. Let me see. Let's add some more sparkle because I feel like that.
Yeah.
That's important.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I can add some. Here's like cooler sparkle. Here's like mist. Here's like a. It's hard to see, but it'll make sense. Here's some. Let's see. I don't know about that sparkle. Maybe this sparkle is a little. I can scoot it around.
Yeah.
There's some more sparkle I can put into like. I can put like.
That's what I want to see.
What do we got? Like this. I can put some of this. I can put some of this sparkle. Some more. Some good sparkle here. Yeah. Yeah. I can also like.
Why? It looks like
sparkle.
The pot of gold is under his hat.
Oh my gosh, the gold.
Well, wait, I could do that. Wait a second. I could like. Hold on.
Just Control Z.
What do you mean?
Oh, like that. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Little gold.
The gold. Where's the gold at? On the gold.
I can also duplicate this and like rotate it and I can do all kinds of weird. Stop. I can do all kinds of funny stuff here. Like I don't know. Can have more.
It's just the way he like gets the crowd involved. He's like, "Who all seen the leprechaun?" And then he looks back at the camera just to be like,
"See, they saw it."
It's the best part of the video.
He's such what an adorable little charmer. Like
he's like, "Oh, that worked."
Yeah, he's like, "See."
Yes.
Oh, there it is. I don't know. There's more sparkle. Maybe I can put this back too. This is a pretty good sparkle. It just needs a home somewhere.
Fabulous.
Oh yeah.
Could go behind the text or something.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. The last thing I'll ask is what. Maybe I could change the font here. There's so many. There's so many different ones.
Yes.
And I know these are a little bit hard to see. I can choose. This is what's recommended. View all expressive fonts. How about this?
Is this a script? Is
yeah,
this a serif?
Is this like,
what's going on here?
Some of these are like cars. Some of these are
cars.
Something fun for sure because it's Mardi Gras.
I mean, there's like I feel like this is a kind of standard. Like so semi fleur de lis is kind of what I'm thinking. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you spoke.
That does look very pretty.
Did you say I didn't know you spoke French?
No, I said Latin actually.
Oh.
It would be demi fleur de lis if you spoke French. Come on.
There's also this. Which do you prefer?
I think I liked the first one.
That one's a little to the Disney store.
Okay.
Yeah, this one looks like it could be like banners flying, like in the parade. Like.
Gotcha. Here, wait. What is this? Victor script. Okay.
We just want to like. I think it needs an outline.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, I could make this. What do we think? A nice, juicy purple, but we can make this.
What?
Outline a sort of gold.
Ooh,
is that too hard to see?
Ooh, actually.
I like that
And then I can,
a lot.
I can make this sparkle. I can like lower the opacity of the sparkle so it's not so competitive.
Ooh.
This is great.
You're
cool.
an artist. This is
They really are.
work.
They really are.
Oh, thank you.
You're about to.
I'm about to make.
I mean, like this meme will be yours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like Daisy will send this
It's
to you. We'll
ours.
post it on our Instagram.
Yeah, we'll post this on the Instagram with your video.
You'll be able to post
announcement.
this next spring. You know.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just gonna make this the same because I think it will look sick.
Yeah.
And I put this
That's
here, and I might even make this one have a little more.
Ooh.
Or something like that.
I like that.
Is this everything that you had hoped?
This is everything.
This is everything I ever hoped and dreamed.
Okay.
This.
I do love this image a lot. I do really like
this is just everything.
I do really like this very much.
The leprechaun hat is my favorite part.
This is very good. It's really good.
Sometimes I have ideas. Sometimes it's Paulo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one wasn't me.
I'm gonna tone down like one or two of these sparkles for the sake of
What?
No, hold on.
Tone down the sparkles?
Okay, I can turn it back if you want. Did you like that? Did you not like what I did there? I can turn it back if necessary. Just
Honestly,
thinking.
I did not.
You did not like what I did?
No, I didn't notice. It wasn't.
Okay. Okay. I was like, I can turn it back.
I don't think it made.
I think it's beautiful. Look at the. I think it's beautiful.
This is like, you don't need another moon
all
pie.
Emily had to say was sparkles, and next thing you know, like you're making it radiant.
Yes.
More like, should we add one more moon pie?
Why not?
What about? Does that look good? Yes.
Yummy.
No?
Actually, yeah.
Actually, yeah. Okay. We'll do it. Okay, keep.
Want it?
Think computer. Okay, here we go.
What if you made it just like comically small?
That's. I could make it comically small. I was thinking of doing it like a pile.
Oh no, that's
a sort
good,
of
that's
like a sort of
The
pile.
mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a sort of moon pie pile, and it might be.
Moon
yeah,
pile.
no, that's good. Yeah, moon pile, if you will.
Wow.
Moon pile.
Sounds like you won't. Okay.
That. Yeah.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Whip it and ship it.
All right, we'll do. Well, Emily, I'm gonna make your face big back on screen again.
Oh, great.
And
Big.
and just to thank you for spending some time with us and making some beautiful images and some silly stuff happen. But also for being a very informative guest, and we talked a lot about music and aging and legacy and place and all kinds of stuff that. Anything we really could have dreamed that this interview would have been. So thank you very much. Also, worms. That was really important.
Yes,
too.
worms. Because what? Yes.
People in chat, people in the comments at home. I don't know. Nobody's ever made this on a YouTube comment before. I don't think, unless James built it one time.
Hey,
but
you know what? If you've made it this far in the YouTube video,
yeah.
Find a way to copy and paste a ladder.
Yeah, copy and paste a ladder into the comments, or right now, if you're listening at home on Twitch, put a couple ladders in the chat, because that's like our channel's folklore for great job, applause, good game, GG's if you don't have the ladders at home. And Emily, thank you so much again for just spending the time with us. This is really, really fun.
Yeah, this was awesome. Thanks for the adventure.
Quilts have had me on many levels. Making quilts helped me to get a sense of my own space, sense of finding my way, sense of really working my way out of the labyrinth.